Well, we got the wife some new shoes, but there are some things that we need to do first. So let's get to it. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel. Like I said, we got the wife some new shoes. There they are right there. We do have to run to a tire shop though and get those things mounted and balanced because it's kind of hard to mount them right now in their current state. I have found a place in downtown Raleigh that has a touchless machine and they are fantastic. I do all my wheels and tire stuff there now. I can go there, give them the wheels and tires. I know they'll be installed properly, no scratches, nothing like that. And so that's a good feeling to have. So let's get these things loaded up and get to the shop. The wheel setup is New Speed RS wheels. We'll show you the style later. And the tires are Continental Extreme Contact DWS 06 plus all the names and all the words. But yeah, these tires are going to be 275 by 40 by 20. And so yeah, going to look sweet on there. This is the biggest tire I've ever mounted, but yeah, excited for it. And a big shout out to Mops at Nemesis Autosport. He's the one that helped me source the wheels, get the right tire size, all that kind of stuff. He knows this like the back of his hand, so I am more than confident that they will fit properly and look sick. No, not yet. And it's not these. We're having to use Mom's Volvo today, and we're gonna have to make 2 trips because, well, you know, space. Okay, got 2 more tires. Let's head back to the shop. It was actually a series of unfortunate events because I went there the first time, dropped everything off. I was like, I'll be right back with the other tires, left, and then I got halfway home and they called me and was like, hey, the valve stems you have are not gonna work. So I was like, what? So I had to turn around, drive all the way back, and they weren't gonna work, so I had to figure that out real quick. So decided to just hang around there. I'll bring home 2 wheels, I'll go home, get the tires, come back, all that stuff. But it's well worth the driving, I will say. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, it's well worth the drives because I know the machines there are good. They're not gonna scratch anything. Like I said, the guys there are good and all that stuff. And so I'd rather drive and do all that and have that than have to go somewhere and get them put on just to get them put on, and then they're all scratched up and beat to shit, you know what I mean? Well, this came out of nowhere. All right, crazy rainstorm is now past. We're out here today getting these wheels cleaned up. They got all that white goop and stuff like that from the tire shop, getting the tires to slide over the wheels. It comes right off. You just gotta wash them with some Dawn dish soap and get that stuff off of there. And then the idea is to get these things cleaned up, and then we will put some Cerakote on these things. I have never Cerakoted wheels, but we're gonna do it on these and see how it works, and we may do them on the Evo. Okay, got everything all cleaned up. I ran some air through, like, around the wheel and all that stuff. I'm gonna let them sit here overnight though. It's gonna be really hot this weekend, so we'll put them on then, but I want all the water on here to be dry, so I blew air through everything, tried to get as much out as I could, and then we'll let them sit here for a day or so and let them dry out. Probably being a little bit overcautious, but I just don't want any water to come out of no hidden places when we're putting the Cerakote on there. So yeah, we'll let these sit and jump back in a couple days. Okay, it is the next day, and these things look to be extremely dry, so let's grab our Cerakote and we'll apply this stuff to the wheels. I think I will probably give them 1 wipe down with some alcohol as soon as I find it, and that should dry up pretty quickly, and then we can put the Cerakote on the wheels. Alright, we're going to be using the professional Cerakote kit here, and this box is crazy nice. Got a little sleeve there. This thing's super nice. It's like magnetically closed. Open this thing up here. Experience the genuine power of true inorganic ceramic coatings. Got some probably instructions here, curing schedule, application guide, very nice, I'll check that out. And then here we go, 2 bottles of the professional ceramic paint coating. Have never used this stuff before, so I'm excited to use it. I've never Cerakoted wheels, excited to try that as well. So yeah, let's read some instructions and get to it. This stuff seems pretty standard as far as like other ceramic coatings that I've used, like their trim coat and stuff like that. So I'll throw up a link because they have a video thing here in the booklet. I'll throw up a link to this down in the description below, and you guys can check out those if you want to. So you basically just apply it using a crosshatch pattern, making sure the pad or whatever you're using it with is wet, doesn't dry out, all that kind of stuff. But use a liberal amount of Cerakote, and then yeah, let it cure for 5 minutes, wipe it off, and it should be good to go. So yeah, let's get to it. Put some little cardboard blocks here that came with the wheels. Put those in there so it's not moving around. And then we'll do the face first. We'll flip it around and we'll do the barrel of the wheel. And yeah, let's just get to it. And we'll just put some drops on here. The pad good and wet. And now we wipe. It's kind of hard to do a crosshatch pattern on a wheel, so I'm just going to try to do it the best I can and just rub it down all the faces, all that kind of stuff, and just try to get as much of the wheel as I can. Just bring it around, bring it around. This doesn't have as strong of a smell as I expected, so I guess that's a plus, you know? And there, okay. So let's take this thing, we'll pull out my little wedges, spin this wheel around, re-wedge. All right, I'm going to start my timer for 5 minutes, and then we will wipe this stuff down. And it actually is sweating pretty good. I'll try to show you guys on the camera here. You can see it kind of streaked out, kind of beating up, sweating a little bit. And they said that is natural in the instructions. So we'll just let that do its thing for 5 minutes, and then we'll rub this stuff off of here, and it should be super duper shiny. And then this is the curing schedule for this stuff. A little bit different, I believe. It's 2 hours before returning it to customer and or exposing it to moisture. So a little bit different there. It says 24 hours before washing it. So 2 hours and you should be good to go, and then 24 to wash, which I'm not sure why you want to wash them again in 24 hours after putting this stuff on there anyways, but yeah, there you go. All right, 5 minutes is up, and it's got like a little bit of a haze to it, so yeah, let's start rubbing this stuff off of here, and it should come right off. And it, of course, is very, very easily. Just kind of rubbing everything down here. Nothing too crazy here with this stuff. Just kind of wipe it on, wipe it off, and protects and coats everything. So I'm excited to see this stuff on a set of wheels. I've never Cerakoted wheels, like I said. So curious to see how the brake dust lasts on this stuff, because my wife's brakes on the SQ5 do produce quite a bit of brake dust. So yeah, I'm gonna go through and keep wiping this stuff off of here, and then we'll jump back once we are done. All right, 1 down and 3 to go over there. I will say, in hindsight, maybe do the barrel of the wheel after you do the face of the wheel, because by the time you rub off everything on the face, the back has been sitting on there for much longer than 5 minutes, and it was an absolute pain in the ass to get off of there. Some of it's not all the way off of there. It's still pretty streaky in some spots, but yeah, you live and you learn. But good thing it's just in the barrel and not on the face of the wheel. But yeah, definitely gonna do the face of the wheel first, wipe it off, everything, and then do the barrel of the wheel after that. So yeah, just learn the process. And to be honest, it probably doesn't help any that it's currently about 90 degrees in the garage, and it says the cure process is 2 hours at 65 degrees or higher. So I feel like it doesn't need to be the full 5 minutes, so we'll adjust that as well. Okay, we're back out here another day. I had to go in yesterday evening. Not sure if you guys heard it in the last shot or not, but the little baby was going crazy in there, so had to go in there and take care of her for the rest of the evening, or help take care of her the rest of the evening, because she was throwing a fit. The old 4-month age thing is really really getting her. So we're gonna try this again. It is, like I said, yesterday it was hot, but today it is much, much hotter. So we're definitely gonna do just the face first, then the barrel of the wheel, and that should be much better for a process to get these things nice and Cerakoted and not as streaky, because the other one definitely still has some streaks in the barrel, but luckily it's behind here and you can't see it, but kind of bothers me anyway. But we'll just re-Cerakote them at some point and take care of that. But I don't want to have that happen to the face or nothing like that, so we'll just do it one step at a time. I just want to get them on the car and see how they look, you know what I mean? All right, Cerakoting is complete. Let's get the Evo out of the garage, and then we'll get the Audi in here, and we'll install these things on there. I am super excited to see these things on the vehicle, but what do you guys think? Think these will fit on the Evo? They might rub a little bit. Maybe if we pull the fenders a little bit, might fit. You can see the wheel inside the barrel of this wheel. Ah, that super healthy E85 cold start. All right, let's take one last look at the Audi with the stock wheels on here. And I mean, these are okay, I guess, but one, they're silver, two, they're stock wheels, and I have never seen a car where I'm like, oh yeah, those work. I do not like stock wheels at all. They never fit right as far as like, they're always sunken into the car. The faces are like super flat. There's no concavity, nothing like that. And so, yeah, I just don't like OEM wheels, so let's fix it. First things first on the Audi is we need to pull, they have these little lug nut covers. So we'll take our little pick, stick in there, there's a little lip. We'll just go through, we'll pull off all these little covers so we can get to the lug nuts. Well, they're actually lug studs, so we'll get to those. Break this wheel free, jack it up, and it's as easy as that. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Okay. Then hit this thing with a little bit of sauce, and off she comes. Now we will, this thing looks to have like a little lip on the hub here to like set the wheel on. I hated the wheel studs on the BMW. I hated that style of setup, but this looks like it's gonna be a lot better because I can like, oh yeah, I can like set the wheel on there and then like adjust it. Before I had to like set it on my feet and kind of like wiggle it around, but this is much, much better. So now these are just temporary. I'm putting the OEM lug nuts back in here for the time being. There are some on the way, but I didn't want to wait to put these wheels on. So my impatience takes precedent over the OCD today. So we'll see how that works out, but they should be here soon. So it's not that big a deal. I can keep telling myself, it's fine, they're coming. It'll be all right. Just let it go, Louie. I don't want to use the impact putting these things back in just so I don't want to cross thread anything or whatever. So we just twist them in by hand, and then we get the drill and we give them some sauce, and then we'll tighten them down to torque spec. And we say, oh yeah. That is much, much better, but we are gonna have to do something about this right here. Gonna have to get those springs ordered pretty pronto, I do believe. These are also temporary, but we're gonna pop on the actual wheel company's center caps. We'll try to find some like custom Audi ones or some black ones because I think those would look cooler. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna go get the rest of the car jacked up and do the rest of these wheels, and yeah, this job will be done and we can get some overall outside shots and see how much better this thing looks, which, I mean, you know, look at this. Just look at the difference between these things. Let's put them like this, actually. I mean, it's not that crazy drastic, but it just looks so much more beefy, you know? Now this is where you can really tell the difference. Look at that concavity. Flat face, bleh. Yeah, look at that. This thing looks so good. Oh, that looks so much better. I love the black wheels on there. I don't like silver wheels at all. But yeah, definitely with the Cerakote stuff, that stuff worked super, super well. That was the first time I used that stuff. And they are so shiny, so slick and glossy. But if I could change one thing, I would change the temperature, because we definitely did it with a little bit too much heat out here. It's currently 100 degrees in the garage, so a little bit too hot to do that stuff. It was like a mad dash trying to get it off the wheel before it dried too much. But other than that, I love the Cerakote stuff. We will see the effects of that once we get some brake dust on the thing and see if it washes off super easy, which, I mean, it should. So yeah, super pumped to have that on the wheels as an extra layer of protection. And if you got this far, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it very much, as always. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna run some B-roll shots here at the end of the video of the car out in the wild, not in the garage here, and see how it all looks and everything. I love it. I hate silver wheels and I hate OEM wheels, and so this is an upgrade all the way around with the wheels, tires, everything. So I am a huge fan of it. I'm sure the wife will be too. But yeah, drop that comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you next time. Bye.